Good morning. This is Norma Cowie once more with a Sunday thought. Well, Christmas is over, and in a couple of days, we'll be celebrating the new year. It's always a transition time between one year and another. And as a numerologist, as well as whatever else I do, which is quite a bit, I always find this particular framework quite interesting. 2024 was a number 8 year. Number 8 is actually, in lots of ways, a very powerful year, and it's a balancing year. It's about putting things in order and finding your power, getting a sense of where you're heading and what you're doing. But 2025 is a 9 year. Number 9 year is about, number 9 period means endings. Things coming to an end, because it's number 9, because after 9 comes 1. Because if you've got 10, it's 1 and 0, so it's 1. And in your personal life, when you come into a 9 year, basically the same thing happens, but this is happening on a world scale. So what we will see and what we will find in 2025 is certain situations coming to an end. Now, we've already had warnings of that and coming up, and that usually happens a little bit before we get a sense of some of the changes. I don't think we're even aware of half the changes that are going to be coming down the turnpike. So it's like a tremendous change of energy that happens between an 8 year and a 9 year. And it's all about endings. It's not about creating new beginnings, even though it may seem that way, like we're taking this and replacing that. But it's really about finishing up, a closing down of the old, a closing down in the sense of the direction of where you're heading. And so in your life, no matter who you are, you're going to be affected by this. And the reason why you're going to be affected by this is because everybody is in a 2025 year. So it'll be interesting to watch by, let's say, May, which is not quite halfway, but we're getting there. What exactly has happened? What exactly has taken place? There's been a lot of warnings coming from different ways saying that there's change coming. And I would agree, but I would agree just based on the numerological factor of this particular year. Now, the other thing is, I have usually on Monday nights, I bring these out, and it's like it's called the God Box Insight Cards, and this is the lid of it. And I've used these for years and years with groups and things. So I actually picked it up and said, okay, so what inspiration can you give me this morning? And these are always written on on both sides, but this was the one that I saw first. It says, I am like the calm in the eye of the hurricane. Can we see that there? I am like the calm in the eye of the hurricane. And on the back side, it says, I am safe and secure. I am at peace with myself and others. And again, I'll bring that up and over to show you here. But this is what I liked, was I am calm in the eye of the hurricane. Change is not easy for people. And we've lived as long as I have, you've already been through a lot of changes. It has a lot to do with letting go, has a lot to do with allowing the old to go and the new to come into place. I will have a lot more to say about this as we go on in the coming months into January, probably. Just to mention too, for those that watch regularly, I will not be having a show on New Year's Day on Wednesday. Places to go and things to do myself, so we won't be doing that then. So, but we'll have lots of time to discuss how to create, how to make things work, how to deal with different energies that are happening around you that you have to work with and understand and come together with. I just find that that's really, really important. But the main thing right now with this particular New Year's is that when the transition begins. I think in the solstice, it's probably star-wise already happened. But it's for us when we start writing 2025 on things. Is that when we're going to sort of incorporate and bring forward the ending, the closing, the changing? So what are we going to change it with? Number one, which is not here yet, 2026 will be that. Number one is clear. It's newness. And we have and it's like a lot of new things come about and a lot of new things happen. We can have a brainstorm of something new to do or to create or to become. But in this next year, you've got to be really aware this is about letting go. Things that haven't worked in your life, to let go and see where they lie. Sometimes when you hang on to something really, really tight, when you think of your hands, and some people hold their hands like this and some people hold their hands like that. I hold mine like that. And always, as I used to point out to my clients, when you're holding on too tight, if you're holding this way, it can run out, whatever's that sand, if you have sand, it will run out of your hand. If you're holding it here, you just hold it there. But that isn't always the answer. If you open your hand, then it can come and go. Yes, I understand that. But it's like when we try to hold on too tight. So we will be going through periods of change of ideas, people, situations. And the key is to be listening to yourself. As it says here, I am like the calm in the eye of a hurricane. You just need to know, no matter what you're wanting, where you want to go, what you really want to create, not as a reaction to what everything is, but an action of forward movement in the direction of where you want to go. I trust that and I should have said this in the beginning, I apologize. I trust you had a good Christmas. I trust that you enjoyed family and friends. I trust that whatever it was that you wanted to do and create in the days in between. And now we can move ahead looking at the newness that's coming up, the newness that's coming up in a couple of days as we move forward. So I just want to wish you well. I want you to be clear, and I will be back here tomorrow night for mental mind treatments. Have to miss Wednesday because it's the big holiday. And then I will be back on Sunday and again on Monday. Then we'll get back to regular timing and I can figure out how I'm going to put things together. So I just want you to have a great day and a great Sunday. I know I'm leaving you here and going to be watching a soccer game. So that'll be my rest of enjoyment this morning. In the meantime, I just want to say Maggie G says good morning and happy day. Wishing you all the very best for 2025. Blessings. Same back all the way. Karen B says good morning, Norma, with a nice heart. And I'll say love back. And again, Karen B says, may you have a happy, blessed, and peaceful new year, 2025. I will actually. It'll be very quiet, but it'll be enjoyable. So just think about that. What are you letting go for 2024? But how are you going to handle changes as you come into 2025? Because there will be, no matter which way. It's going to come in, and we have to deal with it. We have to look at things differently. We have to be a little bit different. We have to be flexible. Not always an easy word to be flexible, to be able to take something in and incorporate it and then decide which direction you want to go in. So I really, really wish you well for Wednesday. Have a wonderful New Year's Eve and a New Year's Day. Thanks for listening. I'll be back tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Bye now.